Okay, now what I'm going to show today is how to do the weather clock tab, which is the actual 4x2 weather clock widget that's used. Basically, there are quite a few PNGs involved, though we're not going to use all of them. I often get asked on my transparent weather clock how it's done and so on. So I thought maybe this would be a good opportunity to show you how. Basically, we're going to deal with a few of these pings. This is what it looks like when it's complete. These two are not actually used in the widget, or at least I don't know or have seen them being used. Basically, the ones that are used are these set down here and here. You're going to be dealing with the clock weather BG shadows left and right. You're going to be dealing with the clock weather BG tab top and up, as well as the clock weather clock tabs. Basically, these black ones you see are have been reduced to zero transparency. If you're going to make a transparent widget, you're going to need to reduce these to a zero transparency. So once that's done, basically all you're going to theme are the two clock weather clock tab down left and the up left. Now, HTC only uses the left side of the widget to theme the entire widget, and actually that was found out by a good mate of mine, Sarge, XDA member Fisha21, and one night we were working out the weather clock adjustments, and he found that out. He's an amazing guy and a fantastic themer, and we worked out a couple of things together, and that was outstanding that we had that done. Now, we're going to go ahead and theme the left down and left up right now. Basically, you're going to start with a full or complete panel. And the panel size needs to be 480 pixels width and 442 pixels for the height. Now, you can theme it any way you want, but for a transparent panel, you're going to need some kind of either transparent style or just make your own, and that's basically all I do. And we start with the blend mode. I bring it down to advanced blendings to 0. I'll add a drop shadow. Nothing special. I'm going to do this quickly so I can get this up for you. An inner shadow. Now you see the inner shadow has an edge already. You can reduce the distance, bring in the choke a bit, and the size to where you want it. Bring to a soft light. Now we put a stroke in it if you want. It's up to you. Blending mode, soft. I like to use a gradient, something not too dark. I reverse it, bring the angle up to 90, bring the style to shape first, and bring down transparency to about 70. Then you can go into bevel. I like to use hard. Soften that up a bit. The highlights, the shadow, I bring them to normal. Gloss, I bring it up to there. And I reduce the transparency to about 10. Doesn't have to be exact. And if you want a satin, I like to use around 90 again. Bring it down to 5 and 5. And bring down the transparency to almost 0. We can change that too as well. And that's basically all we're going to do. Now, what comes next is the actual cutting. We have to cut these panels at a specific size. If we just saved like that, it wouldn't work, obviously. So we're going to cut this. So we're going to use Control-Alt-C, and I'm going to cut the tops at 222 pixels. Okay, now that's been cut in half. Now I'm just going to go ahead and save this into my documents, weather clock. Now this is the top, and this is one way of doing it. There are many ways you can save, but I'm a person that likes to find shortcuts. And I just go right to the actual weather clock tab up left. I click it, and then I save it. Okay, then Control-Alt-Z, bring it back to normal. Control-Alt-C. Now comes the bottom, and the bottom is the tricky part. Now I mentioned that the height is 242. If I cut the top at 222, you would think that the bottom should be 222 as well. Well, actually, no. If you did that, what would happen is the bottom would actually push out the shadow PNGs, and you would have this kind of distorted looking image. And again, that was Sarge, Fisher21, who pointed that out one night together, working on panels. And this is an excellent tip that he passed on. And so we're going to cut that at 219. And then we go ahead and we save that as well, the same way. And we go down to here, and there's the bottom one here. Now these apps, these pings have been themed already once, so it's not an issue. Okay, so what we have now is we have once again, the clock weather shadows are transparent. The tabs up and bottom are transparent. And we have only the left down and left up clock weather clock tabs that are themed. You can see that the right are not themed. And if you want, you can go in and change your numbers to match your theme, up to you. So basically from there, all we do is we go into Studio, and basically we're just going to build it and then push it. And I will be right back and show you a screenshot. Okay, and here's a screenshot of the panels we just did together on the tutorial. You can see that they look pretty nice. I actually like this set. I might even keep this. But okay, that's how it's done. So you can go ahead and experiment with your own variations of transparency, and be sure to post some of your results. I would like to see it. Okay, stay tuned, and I'll show you how to do something else.